Hello fellow noobs, it's a Noob No More here, a Risk Grandmaster looking to grow the game and the community through some interesting and informative and competitive gameplay at times, and then some downright silly stuff at other times. We're at the competitive end of the spectrum today. We have the KillPeteOpen Round 8 game. We've got a pretty stacked lobby. In the first edition, we've got Zeriki, who's a double Grandmaster and an extremely good player. We've got March 10 to Kill, who's a Master with 236 hours played and... where's the FFA record? 157 to 276. It's pretty good. We've got a Noob No More currently sitting at Master after trying to do a Kill Pete strategy tribute game with my first game of the season on this count, the first ranked game of the season. I'll let you guess how it went. So I'm currently sitting at Master. We've got Aquas Merelda, who's a Master, a 20k Master with 426 hours played. And the FFA record I keep going past is 195 and 297. Strats is a 1k beginner with 124 hours played and 3 and 2. 3 and 2 is not bad. And then we've got Boral Nuji 69, who's a 16k master. So basically there's one other GM in this room except for me, and then the rest are masters, and I guess Strats, yeah, is a 1k beginner but with a winning record. So anyway, so it's going to be a good game. The settings are very difficult, ones that I'm not overly used to. It's Britannia Advanced, Progressive with Fog. So that's going to be really interesting. In terms of where I sit, I'm currently at about 84 points. I really need to have a 12-point game or something around that just to make the wait list. And I really need to have a 20-point game in order to have any chance of being able to qualify straight away in the tournament. So that's going to be very difficult. As I said, these settings are exceptionally challenging and not ones that I'm used to. So let's see how we go. Wish me luck. All right. That's that bit done. Okay.
This is fine. This is fine. This is fine.
Here we go, guys. Oh, I'm not actually that nervous. Normally I do get a bit nervous. I better ready up. I'm not so nervous that I forget to ready up. Let's see how we go. Britannia Advanced in Fog. Very challenging settings. I've had to get up very early for this game, folks. You can see the morning light just starting to stream through the window. Oh. Wow. I can pretty much see the whole board. How does that work? How does that... Oh, I'm the white player. I'm not the black player. I have to remember that. I wish everybody good luck. I'm in second position, which is not great. I've got my trusty screen marker and recorder, so I'm going to try and help you guys out a little bit by showing where everybody is. Right. So I've got a really good vision of the map here. If you have a look, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 places that I could potentially take. I'm going to take this big territory in the middle here. That makes a lot of sense to me. So I'm going to use this 4 on 2 here, take that and fortify up. And then I'm going to want to have some other territories around the place. So we've got blue and orange down here. All right, so we need to... I'm not going to add to this. Oh, I don't want someone to take it. 1. I don't want someone to take this. So I'm going to add to this. Then I'm going to put 1 up there. Then I'm going to take the big territory here in the middle with a 100% roll. And then I'm going to fortify up here. All right, so that's my first turn, guys. Right. So you can see, because this is progressive, I mean, let's quickly just go through the settings, guys. If we quickly go through the settings, you can see that it's a trusty old, just World Dom progressive, 60-second timers. Alliances are off, Fog of War is on, and Blizzards are off, and we've also got unstable portals. So that's going to be a particularly challenging aspect of this. And in fact, I could have potentially gotten myself on a portal a little bit better. And the object here is to try and keep track of where everyone is so that you can eliminate them when the sets get big enough. Zeriki and I are, as I said, the two Grandmasters in the lobby, have probably got the two worst positions. Normally you want to be in about 3rd, 4th or 5th in these settings. That's when the second stage of the game is when the cards get big enough for you to do something. That's when it really happens. It's really around the 3rd, 4th or 5th or 6th turn, or position I should say, on the second set of trades. Okay, so everyone's just doing what is normally the meta here. So this map, Britannia Advanced, is not a bonus taking meta. So there are two ways to take progressive these days, to play progressive. There's a bonus taking meta and there's a non-bonus taking meta. If you want to see me talk about that in more detail, check out some of my zero card challenge videos, where, because I'm zero carding, I have the opportunity to talk about it in a bit more detail. But because there's only 4 bonuses here and they're huge, no one lets anybody else hold a bonus. So that's just not an option here. That is not the meta. So we're all doing the spread yourself out meta to make yourself harder to kill and make it easier to eliminate others. So at the moment, I want to start working out where other people are so that I do have the option of eliminating them. I don't know who's in here at the moment, and I don't know who's down here. I haven't seen these parts of the board all game. All right. All right, so I'm going to actually add in here. I want to have vision down here. And then I'm just going to sit in here. All right, I may as well use that fortify. And I've got a nice big position in the center of the board, at least in the lower center of the board, which will really help me in terms of having vision. This territory and this territory down here, really good for vision. And this territory here, awesome in terms of vision. Yeah, so once you've worked out that you're going for the non-bonus taking meta, as I said, you want to have really good vision to work out where people are so that you can go for them when it's the turn to attack. And that's in the second stage of the game. In the second stage of the game, you want to get big enough to do something. But in this case, it's actually, you want to wait for the cards to get big enough to do something. That's the second stage in a progressive game. You normally just want to take one card and pass to preserve your troops. And you want to do so in a way that sets you up to eliminate someone on the second set of trades. But when I get around to the second set of trades, I'm not going to be big enough, which is going to be a bit of an issue. Yeah, it's really only going to be when you get down to these 3rd, 4th and 5th positions on the second set of trades that the eliminations are going to be possible. So then the third set of any progressive game is then to start chaining some eliminations. So what you do is you either trade, eliminate someone, and then you should always try and trade in turn. Make sure your cards and their cards add up to at least 5 before your turn ends, so you can trade in turn and replace the troops you've lost. That way, you're not the next out. You're not the next fish in terms of being lowest on troops. So, and then what you can hopefully do is either chain a few of those kills together or just set yourself up to eliminate other people in further rounds. And that's how you win a game of progressive. So that's what we're doing here today, guys. All right, so green is here, 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 and here. And then we've got red in here. So it's starting to resemble a bit of a Fruit Loop here, guys. And there's a red there. So I'm definitely missing something up here. I think there's a red here. Now, normally in progressive, you want to go for the person immediately after you. That's who you're going to want to try and attack. Because what happens is you're going to have 4 cards on the second set of trades. And if everyone else after you still has their 4 cards, you can trade, eliminate someone, get their 4 cards, and get those 5 cards that I was saying, and trade in turn. That's how you generally want to do it. But as I'll explain in a minute, we're going to see that when it gets around to the second set of trades, it's still just not going to be quite big enough for me to eliminate someone. Okay, so I could join these two troops up. Where can I get some more vision? I think here would get me some more vision of who's in that corner. Okay, so we know that orange is in there. Okay. Let's move these guys up into there. Okay. So we now know that orange is in here. And we can remove this question mark. Okay, now again, you could move to an unstable portal here so that you've got some vision. That would be quite smart. So potentially next turn, what I might do is move this 4 into this portal if I can. And that would let me see... I already... that would let me see in here, at least. Okay, so orange has come out of there as well. And then moved somewhere. Okay. I think orange might be in here. Means that, and black has moved to here. Okay, cool. So I know this is going to resemble a bowl of Fruit Loops, guys. Okay, so green's coming out of there. So green's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 positions here, guys. Orange has got 1, 2. I haven't circled this one yet. 3. I think they might be in here somewhere. But what you can do is you can start adding up the people's troops and see if you know where everyone is. So I think I can see arguably all of green. 7, 12, 16, and 9 is 25. And I've got 25 troops. They'd have maybe a couple more, 26, 27 down here. Yeah, I think I can see all of green. That's good to know. So if I do go for the elimination at a later stage, I've got a somewhat high degree of confidence that I know where they are. I'm playing off stream. Sorry to my Twitch chat. Okay, so I do have a lucky trade on 3, but of course I'm not going to trade them. I wouldn't lose a lot of equity by trading them. Now, do I want to use the portals to separate anywhere? I don't really need to jump on a portal, although a portal would allow me to see who's here. So I'm just going to take that advantage of that. Otherwise, I was going to try and move in the center so that people could move around me. So this is about... So it's a red position. Do I stay there? Doesn't really matter. I'm going to hide in the corner. And 4's an easy to go through for 6 when the time comes. So I'm just going to chill out there for a bit. And we found another little red pocket. Okay, got to remind myself I'm playing in white. I'm not the black player. I think black's down here as well from memory, but I don't know who else is down here. So we'll wait to see when the portals get there, and I'll jump on a portal and maybe have a look. Yeah, I should have anticipated that the 6 could have moved, and it might have been better for me to stay there, but live and learn. Live and learn. Yeah, it's nice and early in the morning here. I had to set the alarm for this game. Can't say I'm overly happy about that. I've got to work in a little while as well. So I'm not quite ready for this particular setting and how challenging they are. But yeah, as I said, it's really going to be when these second set of trades come through. That's when you're actually going to be able to eliminate a player profitably. And we know that the set's going to go 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 15, and then it's going to go 20, 25. And what you're going to see is that because people will have traded already their first set, the 25 for me here isn't going to be enough for me to profitably eliminate anybody. That's going to be the difficult part. And I should really be watching where people are attacking. Really should be watching. I want to see if I can see where everybody's placing their troops, because that's another tell. So I could see where red placed all of their troops in. Okay, so red's moved to here and here. Are they trying to move together? Are they trying to take a continent? That's what I'm wondering. We've got orange down here. Now, I didn't see where they attacked. Did you see how important that was? Now, on this turn, you want to make sure, on this 5th turn, you want to make sure the people before you take a card. And I can see that Zeraki has, in fact, taken a card. I need to put one there. Actually, one here. I'm going to put one there again. And I'm going to hang out in the middle there. So I've got some good vision. Now maybe I could have fortified my 4 here, but the 6 has pretty much got access to anything that 4 does. So I think that should be okay. All right, so yes, on the 5th turn, you want to make sure that there's no card skipping. And also, just before your 5th turn, you want to see if there's any territories that can give you a +2 on one of your big stacks. And you can see that on either of these territories, I would have been able to make my +2. It's a very small difference, but it means that I would have been able to, I'm going to be able to get this extra +2 troops, which of course could be all the difference sometimes. It's just these little marginal things. On this territory, you also, on any progressive map, you want to try and make sure that you take other people's troops down from what they get from territories, but there's only 49 territories on this map. So with the 6 players, they're only going to average 8 each. No one's going to get to the 12 territories, in my opinion, that they need in order to be able to get an extra bonus troop. So we don't have to worry about that too much in this game, but if you're playing in a bigger map, like Pangaea or something like that, then you want to make sure that people don't have 12 territories as well, particularly if you've got full vision of the board and it actually says how many territories everybody has down here on the bottom on the right hand side. So there's a few other little things to consider if you want to just optimize your play a little bit more. Yeah, so green's trying to move their way over here. And so you can see that I've got a number of territories here, guys, which are all in the center, so people can go around me. And have good vision of the board. So I think I can see all of green here, guys. Okay, red's up there. Okay, interesting. I didn't have that marked. Now I feel like I can see all of red as well. Okay, where's Zeraki? 2 there. I missed the first fortification. And I don't see where he attacks. Now that's because I can't see this territory, so that doesn't necessarily mean a lot. And is this red still here? Don't think so. Okay, it's my turn. Better hurry, guys. Getting too busy with drawing pictures. Okay, so normally you put the 3 ponies back in the deck. I think there's a huge amount of infantry on this game. Does it really matter? But no, because there's a huge amount of infantry, Oh, sorry, which territory do I want? I want Dumonia. Now, better hurry here, guys. That's what I want. All right, so I need to put, say, 3 there, 3 there, 2 there, and 1 there. And I just get my turn done in time. So I was a bit lucky there, guys. Been a bit too long mucking around with my trade, but was able to pull it off, which is good. All right. Three there. Seven. Yeah, so I might be able to see all of black. 7, 21, 26. No, I can't see all of black. Okay, so I think they're here. All right, let's see if we can see all of orange. We've really got to pay attention on these rounds in particular. Orange has got 10 troops. Now, I know that I'm not going to be able to see all of orange. So they're adding 13. So let's see if that's up to 13. 2, 7. And then I don't see what gets added here. And I believe orange might be in here as well. From memory. I think orange is in there somewhere. And so you can see, if they go to attack here now, guys, I only got to see a part of where they put their trade, which tells me that I can't see all of them. Okay, can we see all the green? Now, we might not be able to see green add to this stack. 5, 7, 'and we didn't get to see where they placed their other 8 troops. So that tells me, guys. Okay, so green's trying to line themselves up on me, maybe get a bit more vision. Okay, and then they go all the way back there. Interesting. But we know green's arguably in here somewhere. But they did move all their stack back, so I'm just going to erase that. But I think there's a chance that there's another green stack in here somewhere or something. And again, I'm drawing pretty pictures, and I've missed to see if I can see where all of red is. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So we know that red isn't here now. And we know that blue isn't here. Blue must have moved somewhere. Okay. Alrighty. Let's keep going. So I've still got some blind pockets down here, guys, that I don't know who's here. I do not know who is here. Okay, I am going to be on a portal. I've got a portal here. I think I've got a good handle that there's blue, green, and orange up here. But I'm going to try and get some vision here and see if I can see who's down here. Is it down here? Because I think black's down here, but I don't know who else is down here. So let's just have a quick squiz. And there's another black position. All right, do we have a set on 4? I don't have a set on 4, guys. Oh, this is frustrating. That pretty much is my game. I'm sorry to say, guys. I've just been completely RNG'd. I needed 12 points, I believe, to be guaranteed a waitlist spot, or not guaranteed, but have a very high chance of a waitlist spot. I needed a 20 round in order to have a chance of automatically going through. But one thing that negates all of that is that you want to get a set on 4 in the second set of trades. because I'm going to have the people in the first few positions, because they've always gotten the lower trades. They have the lower troops. People are going to be targeting them. This is just a death knell for me, unfortunately. People are going to see, or pretty much all of me. I'm in some pretty central locations. Even if one person tries and fails for the kill, someone else is going to sweep me up afterwards. So this is unfortunately the end of my KillPeteOpen tournament. Pete, if on the off chance that you watch this, thank you very much for organising it. I've really enjoyed participating. I've really enjoyed helping out, being an event helper for the tournament. Please run these tournaments again. I hope this is the first of many. I hope that's the intention. And yeah, I really appreciate it. But at this point, as much as I'm not going to ever give up, I'm unfortunately going to be out of the tournament within the next 2 turns, I believe. I believe I'm going to get one more turn. Now, you might think I'm being defeatist. Maybe I am. Maybe I am being being defeatist here, guys. But actually, just in case, I'm going to keep on being serious. There's black in here. You might think I'm being defeatist. I think I'm just being realistic. I don't think there's a chance that I make it through to the next. This is going to be my last turn in the KillPeteOpen tournament, I believe. I believe. Let's see what happens. Yeah, but this is a bit unlucky. The chances of getting a set on 4 on your second set of trades is around 81%, I believe. So I've missed out on an 81% chance. I've hit a 19% chance of not hitting a set on 4. And yeah, as I said, that is going to be all, folks, I believe. Let's see what happens. I've been having a bit of a run recently with things that are outside of my control. Yeah, so you can see there's a 20 trade, and you can see I've got 39 troops, right? Looks like is Zeriki lining up on me? That's what it looks like. I hope he doesn't think he can see all of me, because he hasn't got two of my positions here. He's going for orange. Is he going for orange? No, he just takes out a stack of orange. Why would he do that? He's feeding orange. He knows that a whole bunch of people saw that. Okay. So I've got to get out of the way of a few people here, guys. One. So green, orange, and red can see that. One there. And one there. And do I hide in the corner now? I need to hide and get out of people's way. Then I get a set on 5. Now the black player. Do they think they can see all of me? I'm hoping. I'm not emoting. I'm not doing anything that gives away that I'm on 5 cards. I mean, these guys are all going to be good enough to see that I'm on 5 cards. Black, anybody should be trying to eliminate me. Like, I've got 40 troops. The sets are now at 30. With attacker's advantage, you'd already be pretty much guaranteed to get almost your troops back and trade in turn. But you're also getting an extra 2 cards. You're getting 5 cards, right? So if you trade, you use 3. You get my 5. You use 3 of them. But you've got an extra 2 on top as well. It's hugely, hugely positive. All right, now let's just focus here. If I can't trade, Zeriki's going to be the one that I want to go after. And I've unfortunately moved myself away from the center of the stack. Let's see if anyone's going for me. Doesn't look like it. So far, so good. No one's noticed. Has people not noticed, or they just don't? They're just not confident enough for me to. They're just not confident enough that they know where all of me are. So do I know where all of blue is? That's 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not very sure. But Zereki's going to be the only one on 3 cards. So that's why I have to go for him. Now, the only thing I'm worried about is Zereki going to be down here somewhere? Okay, so now I don't have to worry about Zereki being here. I know that green is here. I know green is here. So blue could still be in here. Okay, does red go for me? Because if red doesn't go for me here, guys, I'm a pretty good shot. It looks like red's lining up on me. Now, I'm just going to start going oops now. Oops. Okay, slowing them down. Has he got enough times? Has he got enough, guys? He could eliminate me. He could eliminate me. He's found me. He's found all of me. He can see all of me. He's got the elimination if he goes for it. I'm going to say oops. I'm saying oops. I didn't think he'd see this part of me. He had me, guys. He had me. All right. So now I have to go for Zereki. Sorry, Zereki, if you watch this, but 1, you're the best player in this game, and 2, you're going to be the only person on 3 cards. So I have to go for you. How do I get into here? This goes here. This goes here. All right. Whew. Okay, this is it, guys. 20. I need to put a bunch of troops here. I'm going to put just a couple more here. I need to put a bunch here. If he's got another 14, I need to put like that much, say, here. And then I need to put this much here. All right, so let's just go hunting. Oh, shit. It's not there. Okay, so a failed kill on Cherokee. Sorry, Cherokee. And I don't have a set on 3. And I'm down to 57 troops. So where else could he have been? And I give away the bounty. I'll never know where that was, but it was arguably down here. It was arguably in this spot here, or maybe there were some territories here. He's going for green. Can't believe I've got another turn. I mean, I'm living on borrowed time here, guys. Now here, Black eliminates someone, but doesn't trade. Does trade, sorry. So he can eliminate anybody here, guys. Oh, I feel bad. I'm sorry, Zereki. Sorry. All right. So unfortunately, I failed. All right. I've got to keep going. Green had 5 cards. I didn't see that either. Yeah, okay. So I stuffed up there. I wasn't watching. I was too zeroed in. I didn't see that Green also had 5 cards. Okay, I'm not watching here at all. I've got to be better than this. Okay, so I need to start building up my troops. Let's start getting some vision back, guys. All right, let's get rid of this stuff. This stuff's become a bit useless and a bit distracting now. So I've made some mistakes here, guys. No, Zeriki, I do apologise if you see this. Okay, so now this is where I die. Oh, God. Well, all right, so I'm out. I do apologise to Zeriki. I was just trying my best. I thought I could see all of you. Maybe I just needed to chill, given my position. Or maybe it would have been better for me not to take any risks and try and eliminate someone and basically feed the game. It would have been better for me to go for green. I made a massive mistake there, which is a shame. But I'm out of the KillPete tournament. Not quite the way I wanted to go out, but I do need to get a lot better at these settings. So anyway, I hope you got something out of this. I will post this. I don't think this is going to be my best game ever or my best time ever. But anyway, thank you again to Pete for the tournament. I'll definitely be out. I won't make it through on points here. So let's see how we go. But good luck to everyone else in the rest of the tournament. And we'll catch you all in the next one, guys. Thank you very much to everyone who was playing. Well done to March 10 to Kill for getting a number of good results there and winning the game. Best of luck in the rest of the tournament. You must be going through. See you later, everyone. Bye, fellow noobs. Hello, fellow noobs. Just by way a bit of a follow-up here. I wanted to go through and explain some of the lessons that I have to take from this game. That's something that I like to do at the end of all of my content, is just to go through some of the highlights and the lessons to learn from each of the games. So obviously here, the key lesson is to not give up. So when I hit the 5 cards on the second set of trades, you can see mentally that I just stopped playing, I stopped processing, I stopped looking where people were adding troops, and stopped paying attention altogether. That was the massive mistake in this tournament that cost me potentially a win. And the reason being that obviously I just zeroed in on Zeriki, no pun intended, and thought that because I'd seen them go after orange, they didn't have many troops and they'd be the only one on 3 cards. That was kind of my logic as to thinking, okay, cool, just start lining myself up on blue. I'm pretty sure I see all of them. In the end, of course, I missed a position just down here. It was that question mark that I couldn't see. It was their last position. If I had been paying attention in the previous turn, I would have seen that I couldn't see where they added all their troops, but I wasn't paying attention. I'd switched off. Also, of the biggest omission was that I didn't see that green was on 5 cards. So that oversight is perhaps an even bigger one. What Although what I would say is that I know not to go for eliminations when you can't see certain pockets. I saw Pete talk about it in a video. I got upset when someone did the same thing to me in a tournament where there's no way they could have seen who was in a pocket and they went for me and I got knocked out of an FFA tournament. So I know this. I know not to go for eliminations unless I can see every pocket, unless I'm sure that I've seen them, unless you've seen them add every troop for the past few turns. You know, just don't. You should be less likely to go for eliminations as a Grandmaster. Second of all, yeah, as I said, green was probably going to have less troops. I saw Zeraki going for a kill and failing it on orange. So I knew that he didn't have a huge amount of troops. That was another reason why I was confident about going after him. But I shouldn't have zeroed in on him. As I said, I gave up, and then I zeroed in on Zeraki and missed that green didn't trade in, which is a massive oversight. Because I'm pretty sure I had some good lines on green. I could have eliminated them and got 5 cards, and that would have put me in a really good position to go on and sweep the board because everyone else only has 2 cards. So that was my window through to the next stage of the tournament. I really did have a chance here if I was good enough, which I wasn't in this case, in order to go through. I did have a window there of eliminating green and going on to the next stage of the tournament. So that's a bit disappointing. These are the fine lines between making it through to the next round and not making it through to the next round. These settings in particular are something that I have to get better at. I haven't played a lot of fog on stream. And I haven't played a lot of fog games just generally. And as a result of that, my skills and confidence in this particular format are a bit below where they are in other forms of the game. Now, I would say that it's really only fog settings when there's not the bonus meta. When there's fog and it's the bonus taking meta in progressive, I feel a lot more confident because you can deduce from how many bonuses people get, where people are and where people are not a lot more. You don't have to keep track of where absolutely everybody is, as you can tell by the Fruit Loops on the screen, which I'll do from memory a bit more going forward and a bit more mentally. You know, these are the things that you've got to keep track of. Yeah, this is a much harder skill in my opinion, the non-bonus progressive fog games. I find those a lot more challenging and I haven't done them a lot. And if I do want to become a better player, then these are the settings that I think I'm the weakest at. And they do appear in every tournament. As I said, normally there'll be a bonus taking meta with fog. But even there, you have little pockets like Zeraki had down here where you're not 100% sure where people are. And I needed to, in my turn, have a look to see if I could get around and view this pocket just in case. Just in case they had something here, I needed to get down here. So anyway, again, Zeraki, if you do watch this, I do apologise. I do know how frustrating it is to have a noob take out your chances of progressing in the tournament. It happened to me in the FFA. So again, I do apologise. I feel terrible about it, and I'm a bit cranky at myself for how poorly I played. And I don't give up very easily. I don't switch off like that normally, so I'm not quite sure why I did that. I'm going to blame morningitis. I don't normally get up at this time of the morning to play Risk. I didn't have any practice games immediately prior. I think that's another good skill to get into before you play your game. And as I said, I just need to get better at these settings. I was pretty ordinary. So anyway, I'm out of the tournament. Thanks again to Pete and all the other event helpers. I'm looking forward to the next one. And yeah, hopefully if you do like this content and this style of content and you want to learn about Risk along with me and get better at tournaments and become a better player, then please feel free to drop a subscribe and I'm not going to say a like for that performance, a thumbs down for that performance. Please drop a subscribe and we can continue to learn together. All right. All the best, fellow noobs. Bye for now.